DJ, can you talk a little bit about some of the challenges that come up for people in recovery around the holidays?
Probably one of the biggest challenges for me is being around my family. I have two sisters one that is an addict and is not in recovery, and one that is not an addict. And a lot of times we don't always see eye to eye, and there's always been a lot of friction. So just being around my family a lot of times is difficult for me. And usually what I do is just make sure that I do a meeting that day. My wife and I are both in recovery, so we like to go together. Usually we'll do an evening meeting together on the holiday. And then the other thing is trying to keep my mouth shut so that I don't say things I might regret. And just being me, basically. I spend a lot of time with the kids. I enjoy being around the kids, my nieces, my nephews. And that a lot of time keeps me out of all of the adult junk that goes on. You know, the arguments, the fights, things like that. That's usually the hardest thing for me. Early in recovery, another thing that I always did before my wife was in the picture was make sure that I drove myself to any holiday celebrations that I went to. That way when I got tired or I got stressed, I could leave on my own without having to worry about waiting for somebody else to go or ruining anybody else's time. I could go when I was ready to go. Probably the biggest holiday tradition that I have is I have incorporated my recovery into a lot of my everyday life, and that would be every holiday that there is, pretty much my wife and I do a meeting together on it. It's the only time of the year that we ever go to meetings together. Otherwise, we each have our own meetings and our own recovery.
Sure.
But we like to do on holidays a meeting together to show our unity to each other, as well as to just be there on hard days for newcomers, because both of us do have some experience in the program. The other thing is we always do what we call the gratitude minute at all of our family functions. And that is whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, when it's time to sit down and eat after we've done grace, we go around the table and everybody says 2 things that they're grateful for at that particular holiday. And it's just a way to help us all appreciate each other and to appreciate the holiday.
People, I think, have become so accustomed to giving material gifts around the holidays, and I think the beauty of recovery is that itself is the gift.
Oh, without a doubt. It's the greatest gift that I get on a daily basis.
Yeah.
You know, and I try to make sure that not only I appreciate it on the holidays, but that I pass it along. And that's why my wife and I always make sure that we at least go to a meeting. Sometimes we even go to the extent of chairing one of the alcathons or volunteering at the Alano Club. But the least we do is a meeting.
Great. Well, thanks for spreading the spirit of recovery, and keep it going.
Thank you.